The best of North Gippsland who battle for honour. NGFNL, it's my local league. This is the real thing, the Carons are cheering. Beat North Gippy, it's the local for me. The stars of tomorrow, the legends we all know. NGFNL, the local for me. The siren sounds, the ball hits the ground. Beat North Gippy, it's the local for me.
Good evening, that's right, evening, and welcome to Sports Stream Live for the big AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Round 3 match of the round, and it's all thanks to our great friends at Hurricane Hire, and the pre-game show is La Trobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue, and you can get involved in that on June 20th out at the Kernot Hall in Morwell. Grab your tickets online at lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au. It is going to be a wonderful evening out here. If the rain holds away, we're hoping that it does. We're out here at Tyres for the TTU game against Rosedale. Promises to be a beauty. And before I go any further, it's time to welcome, as I do every weekend, to the broadcast, my co-commentator, Matt Mosley.
Hello, Brad, and good evening.
Yes, it is a wonderful evening out here tonight, and I must say it's in that twilight stage at the moment, Matt, and I'm getting a little bit nervous because my old eyes, I stopped calling night footy a while back because of my eyes. I think it will get better as it gets darker, but right now, I can't see jack.
Yeah, it's just that in-between there, isn't it? It's still a little bit of light and it's just on dusk type of thing. But, yeah, hopefully it does get a little bit darker soon.
The seconds are underway. TTU 11-14-80. They lead Rosedale 2-5-17. And in the under-18s earlier today, Rosedale 11-11-77 ran out 38-point winners over TTU 5-9-39. We've got a lot to get through. The La Trobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue pre-game show, because at 6 o'clock we will have the ANZAC ceremony out over on just in front of the social rooms on the opposite side of the ground, and we will have a camera over there, so we'll capture all that ceremony over there for you. And I can tell you, Matty, that there are some shields played for today, and the Senior Shield was named after Private Alan Lloyd, who was 20 years of age. Total days of service was 318, and Signalman Barry Arthur Logan, who was 19 years of age, and his total days of service were 289.
Wow.
In the reserves that's underway at the moment, the Shield is named after Private Robert Maxwell Grist, who was 19 years of age and he had 129 days of service, and Private Adrian William Rich, who was 21 years of age and had 259 days of service. And earlier in the day, that was the under-18 game that was won by Rosedale. That Shield was named after Shield Warrant Officer Wayne Allen Blank, who was 28 years of age and 159 days of service, and Private Joseph George Manicola, who was 22 years of age and 30 days of service, lest we forget. I can tell you that the game at the moment is running 10 minutes behind, so that means we might have to talk a little bit more. We thought the ceremony would get underway at 6, but it will be a little bit longer than that. And I can tell you, Matty, what I can tell you, I was in the Navy back in the day.
You were?
I was.
Never told me this before.
I can tell you, this waiting, one of the big things when they used to kick our doors in at 4:30 in the morning to get PT done, they'd kick it in, banging pans and everything to wake you up. And they said, a couple of young blokes would say, oh, I'm serious when I tell you this, is there any chance of doing PT at around midday?
Yeah.
And the PT instructor just very funnily said, I cracked myself up laughing. He just said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll get on the phone to Bin Laden and tell him to hold off until you're ready to fight.
Yeah, he'll be waiting. Yeah. Doesn't work like that, does it?
It doesn't. I was 42 when I went in.
Oh, wow.
Into the Navy. I'd
So
always
you're an
wanted
old
to do
fella
it.
then?
I was.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do it, and because I had a footy career and I was coaching, and I just had to wait until all that was over. I finished playing at 38, and at 42 I thought I was really fit at the time, and I thought, you know what, time's right. Went in, and
was it as brutal as you thought, the training wise, the fitness?
No,
It wasn't.
No, I mean, I went in pretty fit.
Yep.
But some of the guys, young girls and guys in the Navy, struggled with it.
Yeah.
But that was that age demographic. So I was in with 17, 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah, mentally
I'm at
more
42,
tougher. Yeah.
And it was different for me. But I enjoyed it. Although, having said that, I thought the Navy was an archaic organisation and it needed to change.
Yep.
And they have a bit. They've moved a little bit with the times. But
Yep.
it's all about the ANZACs today, and what a day it is.
It is. It's a special day.
It is.
It is a special day.
Do you wake up different? I do.
I think it just makes you think.
It does.
Just how lucky you really are.
And I think the correlation with the footy and what Collingwood and Essendon has done, what that has done is made the youngers think.
Yeah.
The younger ones think as well.
Yeah. You don't want the young people to sort of forget to see how lucky we are to live in this country. So that's good for them to have a bit of knowledge about it.
I heard Mick Malthouse during the week speak, and I heard him say that he's astounded and appalled that we're not taught anything about the ANZACs in schools.
I agree. I completely agree.
And so do I, and I just think something needs to be done about that. That is happening, because when I went to school, I don't know what it was like when you were at school, Matty, but we did American history.
Yeah. We did American history too.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
French, we did a bit of French history.
Yeah. Let's learn a bit about our backyard.
What is going on there?
Yeah.
So I just don't get it. I don't get that is the case, and it shouldn't be, and hopefully that does change. I can tell you that final scores here in the reserves, and TTU have run out big winners by 75 points here, 13-14, 92 to Rosedale 2-5-17. So it is a big day. I think that it's a fantastic day. To me, it's the best day of the year that we celebrate in Australia, because I'm a massive believer, and I suppose we learnt this in your basic training in the Navy, what people did that went before us, and what they gave up. And when I just read out some of those names that the shields are named after, some of these guys that went to war were 16 and 17. You go down the street now and grab a 16, 17-year-old and have a conversation with them, and there is not one out of 100 that you would say, yeah, I could see him going.
You're ready for war. Yeah, I agree. They just couldn't do it these days.
No.
It's such a different world we live in. 300 days, I think you said in one of them, for going into war at such a young age. I couldn't even think that at my age, at 20.
It's crazy.
It is. It's crazy. You can't believe it, really.
And it's just, it's amazing how they were bred and what they did, and they lied about their age.
They wanted to go to war.
They could go. They lied.
But I think you want to fight for your country. If it ever comes, I think that would happen here. You'd fight for your country.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
Right now they're lying about their age for different reasons, to get into a pub.
Yeah, don't get in a nightclub.
They're not lying.
That's 2025 for you.
Fighting wars.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's the Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue pre-game show, as TTU come out onto the ground. There'll be a bit of a warm-up, but we will cross over to the ceremony soon. What I can say is that it's round 3 of AGL Loyang North Gippsland footy, and what a game this one promises to be between TTU and Rosedale. Rosedale, in their first game, Matty, this is unbelievable. They were 6 goals down at three-quarter time, and they flew home and drew with Glengarry. But last week, they only went down by 27 points to Woodside.
Yep.
So this is a different game. When it's of a night, whole different ball game. And I just want to touch on the Rosedale's coach, who we've got a half-time interview with today in the BP Tarralgon East half-time show. And we spoke to Mick Driscoll this morning and had a chat with him. And I did a little bit of research on this fella.
What a resume he has.
Wow.
Yeah. They're very lucky to have him.
Very lucky. He was a part of the GWS Academy. He was an assistant, a development coach at GWS, AFL New South Wales representative.
Yep.
He was at Wodonga Bulldogs last year in the O&M.
Arguably the best league in country Victoria.
I rate it number 1.
Yep.
This boy can play, so
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward. He'll play at centre-half back. He'll swing hit, pinch hit in the ruck.
Yep.
And he'll give Harper Fox a bit of a chop out. So I'm really looking forward to that tonight. And, of course, we called TTU in round 1 where they beat Woodside
Yep.
over there. And Fraser Braun's in the ruck. Was very good that day.
He was. I think he got mark of the day and goal of the day.
And kicked 3.
He did. He did. So him resting forward will make it really interesting. And he's an ex-Rosedale boy too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, so that's interesting.
It just
Add
adds
a bit of
little
flavour.
yes, it does, doesn't it? Now, what we might do is just have a look at quickly what time we've got. So this is good. The umpires come out onto the ground now. It was to get underway at 6, so it's going to be a little bit later than that. So instead of going through all the results, we'll just go through the games of these two. Well, when I say that, TTU haven't played for 20 days.
Yeah.
5th of April, round 1 against Woodside.
Yep.
And Rosedale are a little bit hardened, really. They've played Woodside and they've had that come-from-behind draw in round 1. Right now, what do you think? Do you think, who does that suit better? 20 days off or pretty hardened?
Well, if you're going into a finals, you'd take the 20 days. You wouldn't want any more. But round 1, there's still that excitement. So even though they didn't play for, the 20 days, I think they're still excited to play. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference for Rosedale, to be honest. A little bit more hardened, but yeah, I don't think, not a lot. I think it's a big occasion in itself.
They were in that game last week, Rosedale, with Woodside to half-time. They were right in that.
Yeah.
I think the biggest margin up to half-time was about 4 points.
Yeah, which tells me is consistency.
Young players.
Yeah, they obviously can turn it on, and their best is very, very good, but obviously they do have lapses from going by the scores so far.
Don't forget, the Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue is being held on June 20th out at the Kernot Hall. Grab your tickets online at lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au. Gonna be an absolute ripper, that one. A little, what's his name? The little umpire, I always forget his name.
Razor Ray Chamberlain.
Razor Ray Chamberlain. He's going to be. There's a lot of guests out there as well. I think, just quickly, I think the Pies, is that finished? They were up.
They were up,
over the Bombers. They look like getting that done.
Yep.
Another game tonight over in Perth. Fremantle take on Adelaide later on, but stay tuned here. If you're in the ground, you can tune into 107 FM and listen to the call. And if you're at home or in a pub, stay tuned. It's going to be a jam-packed show. We've got some giveaways. We've got Player of the Day, Goal of the Day. Player of the Day, thanks to Crown Hotel, of course. And the Goal of the Day, thanks to Evans Petroleum. And the Mark of the Day, thanks to Electel. These are the prizes that we like to talk about during the game. And the clubhouse leader in each area of those. And don't forget the halftime show. Thanks to BP Tarralgon East, we will talk to Rosedale coach Mick Driscoll, who is a teacher, I believe.
So there's the connection. He can get a job down here quite easily.
Yes, and I won't give away too much, but you'll find out in the interview
how
the hell he ended up getting to Rosedale, because that
he's travelled around Australia.
He has. That was the one. So, just going back to that Woodside-Rosedale game last week, Rosedale, the goal kickers was Declan Barnett and Spencer Fox. They got 2 each of their 9, and best was McConnell, Spencer Fox and Harper Fox. The Fox brothers have been really good for him. Harper will play in the ruck. Spencer Fox up forward. McConnell, who was named best last week, he's been named best in a few of the games now. He's going to play up in that back pocket area, we think.
Yep.
But we will go through the teams later. As you can see them warming up there, there's Rosedale. And I can tell you, it looks a lot lighter on the screen
That it
than
is,
what
yeah.
than what it does out the window here.
They got that end.
Jack Brown, we spoke to after the round 1 win of TTU, the coach. You thought he mightn't be playing tonight.
No, he's out there.
He's out there?
Yeah, he's out there.
He'll run off half back, no doubt. The big man, Fraser Brawns, is out there warming up as well. On that day, too, Hayden Willerton was named the player of the day that day. Dominated in the middle, had a lot of the footy.
100th game too it was. It was up for the occasion.
Yeah, so I look forward to seeing him play. And as I say, TTU haven't played for 20 days, and they won their game against Woodside in the grand final replay. I can tell you the ladder, even though it doesn't mean a hell of a lot coming into round 3, is Hayfield on top from Yarram, Yallourn North, Woodside and TTU make up the 5. Just outside the 5 are Churchill, Sales City, Rosedale, Glengarry, Gormandale and Cowar. So TTU sit 5th, Rosedale sit 8th. TTU, it's really important for them that they keep themselves inside that 5 and win tonight. Other games tonight. Tomorrow, you've got Hayfield at home to Yallourn North. So Hayfield sitting on top, taking on the 3rd place Yallourn North. Cowar at home to Sales City. Woodside at home to Yarram. And Glengarry at home to Churchill. Gormandale have the bye. And your tips, Matty, were TTU, Yallourn North, Sales City, Woodside and Churchill.
There is one different.
We only went different. I went Hayfield. You went Yallourn North.
Yeah.
Everything else we've gone the same. TTU, Sales City, Woodside and Churchill. And all of a sudden, Churchill could find themselves inside the 5
I know
tomorrow.
it's only
I
early,
know
but
it's
who
early.
would have thought that?
No one.
At the end of February when they lost their coach. So hats off to them, really.
There's so many people saying that they wouldn't win a game.
And they were struggling for reserves and everything, and that's not what we've seen.
No, they've looked all right, haven't they?
Yep.
So we are waiting for the ceremony to get underway, and being ANZACs, they might be just having a little bit of a kip and a bonox right now.
Yeah.
So, and then they'll get underway very shortly. There are some other things that we must let our viewers and listeners know that next week, Matty, round 4. We are out at Sale City.
Yes, big trek down the highway.
Down the highway. They take on Glengarry, who we seen last week in their loss to Yarram.
Yep.
So we'll be there next week. But tonight, the big one, the ANZAC Day game here at TTU, is they're coming in for the toss, the 2 captains. This is done very early. This is back to front.
Yeah, this is not what we've been told.
No. Normally, you would have the ceremony and blah, 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 and
Yeah, we got
you
told
come in
different,
and
but
do this. So it looks like, yeah, that's Jai Nielsen, who comes into the side. We didn't see him in round.
yes, he was their
1.
leading goal kicker from last year.
Yes.
And yeah, Jack had some big things or big raps on Jai. So
He did. Premiership captain.
yeah, so he's a big in.
He's taking the toss with Riley Atley, the Rosedale captain.
No toss happening there.
No, so they've gone in to do it, and then they've sent them back.
I think,
So
they're just-
that's
I think they're
interesting.
trying to figure it out themselves.
If you can see in the middle there of the ground, it looks like there's 45 umpires here. I don't know what's going on there. That's surely the reserve grade umpires
Yeah,
as well.
That is.
Um,
Otherwise, it's going to be a very over umpired game.
yes, yeah. That's one thing that's
They've been good.
been really impressed so far.
You haven't noticed them,
No,
which means they're umpiring well.
they have been very good, the umpires in this competition so far. So they're still doing their warm-ups. Players on the reserves are still on the ground, so they're waiting for the ceremony to get underway. We'll go through the leading goal kickers, Matty, and you can do that. You can let us know who's leading the goal kicking up to round 3 in this competition.
Yeah, still only early days, but we've got Josh Swift from Yarram on 11, who's got a couple of games ahead of Dean McDonald, who kicked 11 in one game. So I'm assuming once Dean McDonald catches up to Josh Swift games-wise, he'll be well in front. Next is Keenan Hughes from Cowra on 10, Kyle Graham from Hayfield on 9, and the big full forward from Hayfield, Lee Brown on 8 as well. Yeah, they're your leading goal kickers.
Top 5.
Yeah, all very, very good players as well.
Aren't they what?
Yeah.
Dean McDonald, 1 game, and he's on top after round 3. He's played 1 game.
Yeah. If you look at his stats over the last 10 years goal-wise, absolutely sensational.
I will be nicking out there and having a bit of a gander tomorrow. I'm going to head out and have a look at the first half of, what did I decide on? Oh, yes, I'm going to go out and have a look at the first half of Cowar and Sale City.
Yep.
Then I'm going to head over to Hayfield and watch the second half of Hayfield, Yallourn North.
Yep.
Because it's not too far, about a 10, 12-minute drive.
Way you drive, 8 minutes.
Oh, I don't know about that. Don't know about that. So we're still awaiting everyone to get ready for this. So tonight, some matchups that I'm looking forward to, and I don't want to go too far into this because we'll have the teams up later.
Yep.
But one matchup I am looking forward to, as I alluded to earlier, was Fraser Brawns with the coach Michael Driscoll from Rosedale will start back, but he will spend some time in the ruck to give Harper Fox, young ruckman, a bit of a chop out.
And we have heard the coach can jump.
So that will be interesting. And what about the forwards? Now, the forwards for TTU posed a lot of problems for Woodside in round 1, and that was, say, Caleb Mitchie. Now they bring in Jai Nielsen as well.
Yep.
Aliotta looked lively, and young kid Riley Denovan that kicked 180 in 2 seasons of under 18.
And he was sort of quiet. It was sort of his debut, but you know he can sort of turn it on. And then you've got your midfielders that can come through and kick goals with Jacobson as well. So
yeah,
there's
there
goal
was,
kicking power.
That's right. Will Curtin in his first, we called him in his debut.
Yep.
And he'd look like he'd played 100 games, and Sam as well. So the backs for Rosedale are going to have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they're going to be relying on their midfield to put the pressure on.
Yeah, most certainly. And Driscoll is the one that I'm looking forward to. Apparently that he's that big, tall, he can jump and run, but he'll run off half back too and deliver some footy.
Yeah, we're talking him up, but he's going to need some help.
Oh.
There's so many superstars going around at TTU.
Most certainly.
Yeah, he's going to need some help.
They got some forwards. I mean, as well as Spencer Fox has been kicking goals up forward. They got Jackson Bruce in that side as well. Now, what I am told is that they have had, they have got a bunch of kids, so they know that this is,
it's a work in progress.
It's 3 years. They've signed Michael Driscoll to 3 years.
Yep.
So they've said, here's your blank canvas.
Yep.
You've got 3 years.
Yep.
To do this, so it gives him really good security to know.
Gives him comfort, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That he's in comfort, that he can sit back and do the job that he has to do. So the committee has to be patient as they're all getting lined up out there, as you can see, for the ceremony. So, as you can see, we're just waiting to see if we can get a camera down there. If not, we'll get up on from this side of the ground and grab that. And we'll have the effects mic up and see if we can pick up what we can pick up. And as we say, it's a magnificent.
It's a great shot in itself.
It is. It really is. Good crowd over that side of the ground already. It's a fantastic day, is Anzac Day, and
there's Owen Carter walking across off Gippsland footy.
Loves the camera.
Yep.
So in 2008, TTU approached Rosedale, Matty, to play football and netball matches on Anzac Day.
Yep.
And Rosedale agreed, and with the support of the North Gippsland Football Netball League, and with great support from the Traralgon RSL, Anzac Day matches were played with the senior football and A-grade netball being played under lights. Back then, TTU players attended the Traralgon dawn service and then cooked the gunfire breakfast for the Traralgon RSL members. The quality standard of the breakfast was interesting apparently, but the games were played at Rosedale as TTU's lights were not sufficient standard to host night games. Crowds were large and the footy in particular produced close and tight contests. Traralgon RSL sponsored 3 shields for each grade, and the shields were named after the 6 Gippsland young men who died in the Vietnam War as a result of active service, the names that we mentioned earlier. Huge amount of respect for these soldiers, but it also tinged with sadness. Thanks again to the Traralgon RSL for their ongoing support for this event. So there's just some speeches being made at the moment, and we just can't pick up the sound from the other side of the ground, but just continue on. It's a great crowd. So right now they're just awarding the best player on the ground in the reserve grade game that Rosedale ran out, TTU ran out 75-point winners, 92-17. And they're also handing over the shields, which is named after two Gippslanders. Private Robert Maxwell Grist, 19 years of age and 129 days of service. And Private Adrian William Rich, who was 21 and had 259 days of service. So that's who the shield is named after, to the winning captain. So the game was to get underway at 6:20. It'll be a little bit late, but
They did say approximately, didn't they?
yes, they did say.
Give or take.
So, just go silent for this. So the toss has been won by Jai Nelson of TTU, and he's elected to kick to the left of screen. The netballers run off and go back to their netball, and the players will go into position. So it might be time, Matty, to have a look at the sides.
Yep.
And TTU there from the back line, Hurrigan Sinclair, that's Guy Sinclair and Liam Mitchie. Halfbacks James Jacobson, Kilgour and Brown, the coach, Jack Brown. And the centre line of Goddard, Willerton and Segon. Half forwards Aliotta, Will Curtin and Shields. Forward line of Denovan, Mitchie and Nelson. That's Callum Mitchie, of course, or actually
Caleb.
And followers of Brawns, Jacobson, and wasn't he good in round one?
Yeah, got him going early.
He certainly did. And Sam Curtin. And the interchange is Quinn Sinclair, Savage, Fleming and Twite. And we'll have a look at the Rosedale side. And we're hoping this is the way they line up. This has changed a few times. The numbers have changed. They're all over the shop. From the backs, Lazaro, Paulie and McConnell. The halfbacks, Stuckey, Driscoll, the coach, and Barnett. And I can tell you that Caleb Barnett, there is in the 41. He will wear the 13. But if I went through every player that's wearing a different number that's on that screen, we'd be here to half time. So I'll just keep going with that. Bergen, Declan Barnett and Sellings is the centre line. Half forwards, Heathcote, Bruce and Logan. The forward line is right. That is Spencer Fox and Smith. And the followers, Harper Fox, Safstrom, and big reps on this young boy, Lockie McDonald.
Yep.
And the interchange, the captain they've got on the interchange of Atley, Berry, Rowley and Carey. Here we go. I knew I'd struggle with this one. Caruana. I'll go with Caruana. What I will say, that side probably won't line up. If my week is going to ring true to what it's been, that side there won't line up anything like that.
No. I've seen it firsthand with you this week.
Yes.
It hasn't been a good week.
And so they're going to take their positions on a very dark Ties United ground here. And
Good crowd though, Brad.
it is a great crowd.
Yeah.
And they'd be happy with that. We spoke to Chris Buckley, the president, earlier, and he was really looking forward to a good crowd. He was a little worried about the weather,
Yeah.
that it might keep a few away.
It's still beautiful at the moment. Yeah.
It has. And it doesn't look like it's kept many away. And what I would say is if you're in the vicinity or not too far away, get down here. It's going to be a fantastic night of footy. And right now, we'll see. We'll get you on the matchups because you've probably got better eyes than I. But it looks like Blake Safstrom might have gone to Michael Jacobson in the middle. So that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's a good size of ruckman for Rosa. Harper Fox.
Yes.
Really good size.
So it will be Harper Fox in the ruck. He goes, gets the leap, wins the tap, comes to ground. There's Jacobson. That's Mick Jacobson. Feeds it out Willerton. Well, we knew he'd be low and hard straight away as Jacobson is in there again, and a couple of tackles in there, and a couple of players making acquaintances there. And slow to get up was Mick Jacobson. Gee, they couldn't afford to lose him.
No.
And I reckon Safstrom's got the hard run with roll here on him. Fox wins it. It's quickly picked up by McDonald. Gets a kick forward. He's going to come back, though, through the agency of Liam Mitchie. Goes to that outer side. Bouncing ball. Sits up well. Get a chance to go inside 50. High ball right on the 50. Punched away. Really don't want the game played on that side of the ground tonight, I can tell you right now. We'll get a restart here. That's not going to come out. It's a half forward flank for TTU. Brawns uses the body keeps out Fox. Wins the tap. Bouncing ball. Smothered ball. There's a lot of players around this. Very hard to win a clean ball, but I reckon that might have been our man.
Yeah, Hayden Willington on the bottom of the pack. We'll see that all night.
Coming in low and hard as he loves to do. So, third ball up inside the first minute here. Might have been taken high, not paid to Rosedale. We're going to get the fourth stoppage.
Very scrappy start.
Gone minute and a half.
Yeah.
Now, they let that bounce down again. There's a whistle on. The umpire's pulled the free kick. It's going to go to Brawns. He goes short. Not a great kick. Thrown out. Oh, high tackle. We'll go to Rosedale here in that back pocket. And that'll be Barnett. That's Declan Barnett. Last line of defence for the Blues. As he's coached wide, might be a good idea to go to him. It's the one player you want to go to all the time if he calls for it. High ball up the wing. Punch from behind, game of volleyball. There he is again, Willerton already.
Yeah, he started well again.
He did start so well in that round one game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just
does the little things.
he does. Live wire. Again, we're going to restart here. The umpire's going to pull a free kick. In fact,
They're
they've
out.
let it go. So he's paid the advantage. It gets up towards centre half forward. Brown, the coach for TTU.
Oh, no.
Get it out to Mick Jacobson. Just needs to sit. Actually, toe poked it accidentally. Driscoll come in on him, and then he gets it off the ground. He's looking for Nielsen. Rosedale free kick for holding. It'll go to the coach, Mick Driscoll. He's going to go to that other side. Oh, gee,
he's
not a
turned it
great
over.
kick. He's given it straight to Brawns, who runs in.
And goal. No.
Misses to the right.
We've talked him up.
Yes.
Turns it over in their defensive 50.
Tell you what, he would have had a real sense of relief when he missed that. It's nothing worse. So, again, they're going to play the outer side of the ground, these guys. And this ground is built for daytime football, I can tell you. So, unsure what's going on here. Someone's left the ground looking for the footy. It must have gone a fair way away.
It's gone into the soccer ground behind us, mate.
So we'll have a boundary throw in. Outside 50. Brawns probably wins that from Fox. Quick hands out. Smothered ball. Going to find the boundary line again. It does. So this game early hasn't set the world on fire. 4.5 minutes in.
Yeah, a little scrappy so far.
Very, very scrappy. Brawns and Fox again. Brawns wins that with a left-hand tap. Gets forward. Hands out. Ends up in the hands of Safstrom. Short ball. Good ball. Has a player on the outside if he wants him. Goes to him in Bruce. The long sleeves tonight. Jackson Bruce. Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground. High ball. Right up the line.
Oh, well done.
Just held his ground really well then, didn't he,
Yep.
Spencer Fox? The brother of Harper in the ruck. He squares up. He's turned it over. Willerton can't do much with it. Can't control it. Quick hands out to the outside. They're away through Jacobson, the Bombers.
Oh, he's turned it over.
And he's turned it over. So, there's a lot of turnovers early in this game.
Do you think it's the lights?
Well, it
Play
is
a
with me. I'm struggling, I can tell you. So up towards the forward line again. They clean up. They'll come out towards this side of the ground. Thank God for that. To Shields.
Well
Gets
done.
around his opponent, takes the bounce. We know he's a left footer, kicked a couple of nice goals. That's not a great bounce
Didn't
in
come
round
up.
one. It didn't come up. And it's going to find the boundary again. This is just...
This is a beautiful spot. We'll stay
Yes,
here.
it is. So I'm just waiting for the Benny Hill music at the moment. It has been a pretty ordinary start. That's won by Harper Fox, but sharked away for the Bombers. Just sits on the boundary. Able to pick it up with Sam Curtin.
He's down here too in front of us, Bruce.
Again, a lot of whistle going on. And the captain will take the free kick in Nielsen. Plays on. Goes to Pointer Square. Oh, it's all Bombers. All TTU. They could have raffled it. Runs into the open goals. The umpire going to allow it to Denovan? He has.
Yep, he's given it.
So Riley Denovan gets the first one of the night in what can only be described as a strange start to this round one game. Here it is here. So he was all on his own. There was two of them. Then he just ran into the open goal. So they go on to 1-1-7. And Rosedale yet to score. We're gone 7 minutes into the first quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. So what do you think so far, Matty? Do you reckon the light, or the lack of, has really affected the players?
Well, if I was a player out there, absolutely. It's too far. You can't see.
It is incredible. So quickly come out, hands off from Sam Curtin. They go inside, 50 again. Is that Denovan again?
Yep.
We've spoken about this young fella on numerous occasions about his under-18 career of 180 goals in two seasons.
Years, yeah.
And he's going to line up for his second within the first 8 minutes of this game.
But it started in the midfield again.
Yeah.
And it was Willerton again. He's definitely just started where he left off in round one.
Yeah, he's good hands out. And Sam Curtin's a ripper too, isn't he?
Yeah.
So they're on top at the moment, the Bombers. So Denovan comes in. Yeah, not a problem. He does like it.
Yep.
So the Bombers go on to 2-1-13. And both goals to Riley Denovan, and Rosedale yet to score and probably travelled inside there. 50 only one occasion the first 8 minutes, Matty.
Yeah, and it's just very scrappy. It's no fluency. It's a strange way to start the game.
He reads the play well, the young fella, and he just a very good kick.
Just say they're more worried about Jacobson, but geez, I'd be nearly going to Willerton.
Yes. He flies under the radar a bit, doesn't
He does. I suppose having the luxury of Jacobson there.
Fox wins the tap for Rosedale. Really well done by Savage. Then he's tackled. Umpire is going to pull a free kick. It will go to Harper Fox, the young fella, on the left foot. Squares it up to the other side to his coach, and Mick Driscoll. Punches it short. Not a great kick again. He's turned it over again. I'm hearing a lot of whistles, and I don't know if that's netball whistles, umpires. There's a lot of whistles going on.
The Rosedale ball.
So Rosedale take the free kick out of side of the ground. It's gone straight to the boundary. This is unbelievable football. That was Caleb Barnett.
And missed him by about 5 metres.
It's incredible. So the Bombers on their half-forward line, ball's thrown in. Mick Jacobson's in there again. Umpire, they've really, and it's the same umpire.
Yep.
He has got his mouth glued to that whistle.
Yep.
It hasn't stopped.
Oh.
Bombers are away again. Kick to the point of the square. Oh, read it well, did Mitchie. That was Caleb. Just couldn't cleanly take it. They get another snap around the body.
Yes, he's got it.
And it was Caleb Mitchie, was it?
Yep.
So he gets his first.
Just
then,
starting to dominate the play now.
Yeah, they've moved out to a very, very handy early lead here. 3-1-19.
Yeah, 3 goals in the first 10.
10.5 minutes.
You don't want them to get some fluency.
No.
It's all been very scrappy goals, and they've already got 3 on the board.
It has. Very scrappy. Very, very scrappy. Both ruckmen miss it. Fox gets it on the second chance and looks for Atley. And he didn't start on the interchange, as I didn't think he would. Mick Jacobson takes it away for the Bombers. Up towards half forward. Quick hands out.
Oh.
Here's another chance. They're doing all the attacking, aren't they? So they're under the pump, the Blues. Slinging tackle action, not pay. Comes out to Twite on the right foot. There's another one. Josh Twite joins the party. They're going on to 4-1-25 in the space of 11 and a half minutes. Just read it well,
Yep.
young fella. And Rosedale don't look like scoring. Matty, Mosley, what do they do from here?
They've just got to calm down, get the footy in their hands, just settle it down. Just only got to be for a few minutes because TTU are doing what they like.
They're all over him in the
Yeah.
middle. Jacobson and Willison.
Yeah.
And Harper Fox has been okay in the ruck.
Yeah, he's at least bringing it to 50-50.
Spencer Fox has gone in the ruck that time. Brawns wins the tap in the end. There are a chance now, Rosedale, to go inside 50. Downfield.
Yep.
That was to Declan Barnett. So the resultant free kick will come back here. And Ned Heathcote will take it to kick one.
Or 3-on-1.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So
Especially with Kilgour and Brown, they'll chop that all day.
Just bombed it to Rowley. It was, and amongst the two that you named that are great,
Yep.
Jacobson, that's a beautiful cross kick. Gets it low, punches it low. Now they're up the middle. Kilgour has a player running off him in Willerton. Gets around one, gets around two, decides to come to this side of the ground, and Quinn Sinclair takes a mark. He shielded his eyes into the light. So they are struggling to see as Sinclair goes up towards half forward.
Well done.
It was a good block from the
It
captain
was.
in Nielsen. Just allowed Jacobson, that's James, to take the mark. Plays on, goes up towards half forward. Well, tried to do a little bit too much, Will Curtin. So, Nick Driscoll, that's a better kick.
Yeah, that's much better.
Finds his teammate in Declan Barnett, quickly plays on. Goes to that outer side of the ground.
Oh.
Hasn't hit a target again here. Oh! High free kick. It'll go to Segon. Outer wing position. So that wind is sort of blowing right across the ground, so it's not really affecting an area or as an end that either of these teams are kicking.
No.
Oh, there's a lot of fumbling going on out here. Now they're a chance. The Bombers again. Handball hasn't hit the mark, but
And it's downfield.
and a free kick, and Nielsen's able to run into the open goal if he pays the advantage. He has paid the advantage. No, he's brought it back because he missed. And I reckon it's Savage that gets the free kick in the end. What do you think of that? If that's an advantage and you take it and miss the shot on goal,
Yeah, too bad.
that's what I would have thought.
Yep.
He's giving him another go at it, and it's going to come back to the original.
Yeah, if I'm Rosedale, I'm not happy with that either.
I'm not happy.
That
if I
that
was
is not
Rosedale.
advantage.
No. So,
Especially when you're 4 goals down 14, 15 minutes into the first quarter.
yeah. Justin Savage will take the free kick. They're 4-1.
And he's probably every chance of getting it as well.
He is. And he comes. He'll kick from 45. Distance won't be a problem. And I'll
Looks
tell you
good.
what, either's the accuracy.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurts.
It does. So they're away to a flyer here. And Savage gets his first. Look at this, beautifully balanced. High, straight back.
Yep.
Straight over the umpire's hat. Beautiful kick. 5-1-31. Rosedale yet to score. 15.5 gone. First quarter, Finch Cafe scoreboard. Matty Mosley, what does Mick Driscoll and Rosedale do right now?
If I'm the coach, I'll be putting myself in the ruck just to get to touch the footy. Instead of, it's too hard as a backman when it's coming in that quick to dictate the game.
So Spencer Fox is in there. He wins that. Goes in after it himself, but Jacobson on the right foot. Oh, beautiful kick on the non-preferred. Just didn't get there. He was looking for his teammate in Will Curtin. Now it's fed back out. Oh, it's a hot ball. They're just fumbling at every opportunity, Rosedale.
Yeah, it's a hot potato.
It is. So we'll get a stoppage inside the 50 for TTU, who have done all the attacking. Brawns. Umpires pulled a free kick or a ball up? Ball up.
All up.
Very quick. Spencer Fox wins the tap, goes in after it. Quick hands out from Safstrom. Ball goes up towards half forward, but again, just mopped up. Curtin on the left foot. There's a player all on his own in Seagon. Up towards half forward. At the front of the pack, does well Liam Mitchie. Little chip around the corner. It's Sam Curtin, he's tackled. That'll be a free kick
definitely.
to Rosedale. Incorrect disposal. It'll go to Declan Barnett. Just outside his defensive 50 here. Short. Oh, gee.
Yes.
Short to a... Well, it was a 75-25. I was going to say 50-50.
Yeah.
So he's gone short where the man was covered. Ball comes back to Seagon. Feeds it back. Brown. I go short and just mop up. No, he's turned it over and Wright comes across, punches, then can't collect it. Coming back in was Twite. Goes to the centre of the ground. I reckon he lost that in the light.
Yep.
He definitely lost that in the light. Now it comes out to Safstrom. Fox over the top. Oh, just can't handle the ball. McConnell that time fumbles. Now they're away through Sam Curtin, the Bombers. This is Turnover City.
Oh, great pickup.
And good tackle from Harper Fox. It's paid a throw. Harper Fox will take the free kick. Wants to go on quickly and does. On the left foot, outer side of the ground. Reckon he's found Smith there. Centre wing position. Short to Barnett. That's Declan Barnett. Centre wing position. Play over here screaming for it in Kariana. Oh, I'm going to struggle with it. Kayurana. Hurried ball out. Outer wing. Oh, my God. Cannot believe the drop marks and fumbling, and it has been terrible. I'll give him some sort of leadway. The lighting isn't great. And let's be honest.
I have heard this before. I don't know any truth to it, Brad. Jack Rewalt said yellow footies are more slipperier than red footy.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that.
So whether that collects the little bit of dew that's around, I'm not too sure.
Look out if it rains.
Yeah.
Because they're not handling it right now. So it's a game of rugby at the moment. And you'd want to ball that up because that's not coming
He's going to keep
out.
holding the ball.
Taking way too long for mine. So up it goes. Flicked out the back. They just can't handle the footy. Hurried kick. Inside 50. It was Nielsen again, looks dangerous every time the ball goes in that 50.
He leads up really well.
Doesn't he?
Yep.
Taken out by Atley. Feeds it off. They're away now. Here's a chance through Will Logan.
That's much
up
better.
towards centre half forward, but Jack Brown just mops it up, then runs off, lowers his eyes and delivers beautifully to Seagon. Still inside the centre square. Wants to go long, then he lowers again. Chipping ball to Nielsen, who was leading up again. They mop up through Driscoll. Hasn't really got anyone to go to here, so he's going to have to go back the other way here, Paulie. Back to Driscoll. Just travelled the required distance, I would have thought.
Yeah. You'd want to go boundary side.
Really has no one to go to.
No.
Then just bombs high. Gets out over the back. Mick Jacobson picks it up. Comes back onto that non-preferred. Here we go. This time it's through Goddard. Oh, flying and taking a great mark. Only about 10 metres out. It's Will Curtin. So he's only about 8 metres out, directly in front, left foot. Ooh, made the goal umpire work, but I think it's safe. It is.
Just
So they go on to 6-1, 37, and Rosedale haven't scored.
and don't look like scoring either.
Back in the day, before the 6-6-6, you'd be dropping, by now, 6 goals down into time on.
Well, you're not getting it into the forward line, so let's make it to 8.
Yeah.
8v6, or just clog it up. Stop the bleeding for a little bit. Reset at quarter time.
So they are a young side. There's no doubt about that,
Yep.
Rosedale. So it's all about learning. So ball back in the middle. Harper Fox. They both jump early. Second go for Brawns in the end when it hit the ground. Up towards half forward for the Bombers again. This time they're able to take it out. Brown's there, holds the front spot, punched away from him. Here's a chance. Rosedale now through the agency of Will Logan. Yes.
Yeah. He was just about to kick it,
Yep.
and he did run a long way.
Willerton. Out towards the outer side. Go up the line. We've got some guys up on the hill putting the car lights on. Not a bad idea, just quietly. Towards centre half forward. And here's Nielsen again. He is the target every time, isn't he?
Yeah.
As you said, Matt, he just leads so well.
Yep. When you got the players like Hayden Willerton and Mick Jacobson kicking the way they do, makes his job a lot easier.
So the captain, he has an opportunity now to add to the tally. There's 6-1. He hasn't got one yet. Not a great kick.
No.
Oh, but it's all the Bombers again. Just on his own. That was Will Curtin on the non-preferred right. Snaps it round the body and he gets his second.
Just lack of pressure and awareness.
Would not be happy with that, Mick Driscoll. Look at this. They were able to afford to drop the mark through Goddard and still.
They're just lining up.
Yep. 7-1-43, TTU. Rosedale yet to score. We're gone 24 minutes first quarter. That's on the Finch Cafe scoreboard.
And unfortunately, they do not look like scoring.
They don't.
They really struggled as a forward target who to kick to, and it's probably really hard with Jack Brown and Kilgour just lining up.
Well, I'm going to keep the finger on the button on the scoreboard here because I might put it on autopilot. They are right on top here, and here they go again inside through that man. Willerton looks for Nelson, and he's taken the mark again.
I like that mark for mark of the day.
Yeah, big chance that one for the Electel mark of the day. Now, we spoke to Jack Brown after their round win over Woodside, and he did say that a real special player, key forward, coming back in. He didn't want to name him.
Yeah.
This is obviously the one, the captain.
Yeah. You add him into the team, you can. It's like the Vardis from Yarram, straightens them right up.
Goes to the right.
Oh,
It's going to hook back over to the left, and he's missed that to the left. But it is all TTU. 44 zip, and they want to do something pretty quickly. It's the same umpire again with that whistle.
don't know what happened there.
No. So, Driscoll, take 2. Points long. Gets it outside with a nice long kick. Oh, really good from behind. Kilgour.
All day, he will do that.
Just Kilgour killing the footage straight over the boundary line from Spencer Fox's hands. So, Willerton's on top again.
Yep.
Declan Barnett's gone to him now. Brawns out the back. Seagon onto the left foot. He's going to miss everything there. And it'll be a free kick to Rosedale. 26 minutes gone. 44-point leaders, the home team. Really got no one to go to.
Nah, and they're not really presenting it that hard either.
No, they're pushed up.
You don't want the little fellas going. Alex Allen's
McConnell
gone.
up the line. Brawns
Oh.
holds the front spot. Spencer Fox comes from behind, and there's going to be a free kick here to Brawns, chopping the arms. So Fraser Brawns right in front of Sports Stream Live broadcast van. Kicks long. Packer plays, comes to the front. Quick hands out from Bailey Wright. It's chopped off though by Shields onto his left foot.
Oh.
Right to the goal mouth, off the hands of the Pack and in for another behind.
Oh.
So we'll have a boundary throw in. Back inside 50 for the Bombers. In front of the Pack, Goddard toe pokes it. They're away. Willetton's on the outside. They don't go to him. Nielsen decides to have a shot at goal, but misses everything to the right, out of bounds on the full. And the resultant free kick will go to Stuckey. Ball's gone missing again. So finally comes back to Stuckey. Right back pocket. They want the siren. 29 gone. 45 points down. He's kicked into the man on the mark. It could not get any worse for Rosedale.
Oh, the siren cannot come quick enough.
So boundary throw in, 30 around. Harper Fox wins that, gets a second tap at it, goes towards the boundary line. It's kept in. It's our man, Willetton. Squares it up. Fed back. It's Jacobson on the left foot. Don't worry about...
Oh, hit the post.
Just faded, didn't it, at the end? Very late.
Nothing to kick to.
Yeah, this has been their problem, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's no presentation. Look at that. It's got Spencer Fox, who's double grabbed, has gone out. Nothing's going right. When it's not your day.
Yeah. And he keeps going to Fox, but Kilgour's just punching the ball over the line most of the time. Very predictable.
So with a boundary throw in between wing and half forward for TTU. Brawns, but Harper Fox over the back. And they wanted that.
Definitely.
Rosedale definitely wanted that. And it's at quarter time. 7-4, 46 TTU. It's a no score. So, wow. They have blown them out of the water. We might take a quick break, Matty.
Yep.
Put some nice eye drops in so we can see out there, and we'll come back. And right here at the moment, the ANZAC Day Clash, AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League, the Hurricane Hire match of the round. It's TTU 7-4-46. Rosedale yet to score. We'll be back very soon.
BP Traralgon East. Day or night from fuel to a feast. BP Traralgon East. From a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP Traralgon East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to the big ANZAC Day clash out here at Tyres between TTU and Rosedale in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Round 3 match. And it is TTU 7-4-46. Rosedale did not score and didn't look like scoring. Goal kickers for TTU. Riley Denovan has 2. Will Curtin 2. single to Savage, Caleb Mitchie and Twite. And obviously no goal kickers for the Rosedale side. Matty, what happens now? What do you think he has told them to do, or what can he do to just save some sort of face and not be embarrassed?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the changes. It doesn't look like he actually has changed a lot. So he's sort of backing the system, which is interesting in itself. They might have just put in an absolute shocker of a first quarter.
Well, they certainly did.
Like, it's the only thing I can think of. He's sort of backing them in and go, well, let's put that behind us and let's try again.
He did, and you in the half-time show, thanks to our great friends out at BP Tarralgon East, I do talk to him about his plans, and it is, I won't give away too much, but he talks about it's teaching time with these kids, and sometimes you can get lessons from these sort of games.
So we might be backing in the system, but we might learn it the hard way a few times.
But what you certainly don't want to do is let it blow right out. You've got to stop the bleeding. Harper Fox wins the tap. Here's a chance. Comes back to Bruce, feeds it back. They'll go inside 50. Here's an opportunity. Gets out over the back. Running onto it there is Guy Sinclair. Short ball. Just I like this player, Sam Curtin. Up the wing. Bounce. It's going to trickle out over the line. In front of Caleb Mitchie and Mick Driscoll. So we'll have a boundary throw in centre wing position right in front of the Sports Stream Live broadcast box. It's Hurricane Hire match of the round in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland round 3 Anzac Day clash. Double fister from Harper Fox. Comes to ground again. In there is Bruce. Umpire comes in and we'll get a restart. Brawns and Fox. Brawns wins it beautifully from behind to Curtin. Feeds it back. Now they go up the line. He was looking for Willett and then was Liam Mitchie, but the wind just dragged out over because it is coming this side of the ground. So the free kick to Rosedale. Minute and a half into this second quarter. They need to score. Oh, just good strong hands of Brawns. Feeds it off to the running Hourigan. Goes into the middle of the ground, but it's chopped off there by McDonald. Umpire's pulled a free kick. He loves his whistle.
Yep.
There he goes again, just to let you know that he's around. So Rosedale will take the free kick in the middle of the ground, and it'll be Lockie McDonald. Draws a player. Feeds it off. Long kick inside now by Barnett. Spencer Fox from behind. It's going to be mopped up. Brown. Up the wing. Oh, good mark. Out of side. Is that Nielsen again on that out of side?
Yep.
Just he gets up and presents, doesn't he?
Working hard.
Now he goes to centre half forward. Nice kick. Jeez, he's been good, hasn't he, Will Curtin?
Yeah.
He's in trouble here, though. Swung around about 5 times. Stuckey receives the handball from him. Goes up to the outer side. Now here's a chance for Rosedale this time. They play on.
Better movement.
It is. They need a mark. Fox gets to the front spot.
He's got it.
And he takes the mark, Spencer Fox. Only 20 metres out, 25 metres out, directly in front.
It's a scoring end, Brad.
They need 7 of them.
Yep.
He has been their goal kicker in recent weeks, Spencer Fox. Gets himself a couple every week. Definitely takes his time.
Yep.
He's got a routine. He's sticking to it. Oh, just snuck it in. Yep. I'm hearing whistles everywhere.
Yeah.
I do not know where they're coming from, and I reckon someone in the crowd's brought their own.
Yeah, you're not losing your mind there, Brad. I can hear it as well.
I reckon someone's brought their own whistle.
Yeah.
So that is They're first for the day, and it's taken the 3.5 minute mark of the second quarter to get it. Back in the middle. Again, we'll get a restart.
Much better start for Rosedale. The first 5 minutes.
Yes, they go into one straight 6. They trail TTU 7-4. 46. So inside 50 again for Rosedale. This is better, but again, Jack Brown. Up the wing. Another drop mark. It's holding the ball. That'll be a free kick to TTU. They want the middle of the ground, and they get it to Liam Mitchie.
Oh, no.
They're away through
Yep.
Mick Jacobson.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, Goddard's just dropped one. Oh, it's got to be the lights, Matty.
Yeah, I agree.
They've dropped so many ball, both teams.
Yep.
And he gets it forward. They get another shot on goal. So a good transfer of play, and we did notice this in round one, that they do transfer the ball very well by foot from one end to the other. And
Yeah, you give them a chance, and they will make you pay.
now the young fella Denovan's got 2.
He's going for his third.
So in he comes, Denovan. Oh,
Lovely.
he's a beautiful kick, isn't he?
Lovely kick.
So he gets his third after getting 2 in the first quarter. We've got some troubles just on our scoreboard,
It is 8-4 to 1 goal.
and we're just trying to fix that at the moment. And it's
There we
8-4-52
go. Yep.
to 1 straight 6.
Lovely kick. The way it just bent back there to the
Oh,
right-hand
he's a
side.
beautiful kick of the footy, isn't
Yeah.
he? So he's already got 3,
Yep.
Riley Denovan, the young fella, and he's basically his first senior year.
Yeah, as a young bloke, you were kicking 3 before half-time. You're like, oh, today could be the day.
Now, I can tell you that Owen Carter from Gippsland Footy is here at the ground, and we've just got a message through from him that Mick Driscoll might have tore the paint, even though he wasn't in the rooms, but off his board with his players at quarter time. He was not happy.
And rightly so.
Sam Curtin feeds that out. High free kick here. He'll go to Rosedale. On that wing on the outer side. Quick hands off to Harper Fox. On the left foot. Inside to his
Ah.
brother again, is it?
Yep.
Spencer Fox. It's just like what they do in the backyard there,
Yeah.
Matty.
Done it all their life.
Yeah. Just did very well.
But this is what happens with a young side, though, doesn't it, Brad? The inconsistencies, the wavelengths. You just sort of got to ride through it.
Yes. So Spencer Fox comes in from 45.
He likes it.
He's good for 2 every week. Well, he's
Yeah.
got his 2 already.
He's going to need to kick another 3 or 4, I think.
So a good sign there. Harper Fox to Spencer Fox, and they were in the. It was McConnell and the 2 Fox boys in their best last week, and the Fox in the they're in the best every week.
Yeah.
These 2. I can see why.
Well, McConnell's actually going to Jacobson, I think, at the moment. He's doing a bit of a tagging role.
Okay.
So we'll keep an eye on that as well, because Jacobson is getting very busy.
8-4-52 TTU. Rosedale 2 straight 12. 8 minutes gone. Second quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Back in the middle. One by Harper Fox, but sharked by Mick Jacobson. Short kick. I reckon that, again, another drop mark. I reckon
Yeah.
that was Will Curtin that time. Rosedale up the wing. Handball over the top to the big fella, Brawns. Umpire's pulled a free kick here. It'll go to Rosedale, holding. Harper Fox just giving his teammate some directions where to go. Gets to the front, picked up by Rowley, the crumbs. High snap. Punch from behind. Crummer at the front. Quick hands off from Heathcote.
Oh,
It's all Bombers in the defensive goal square. Looking for Willetton. Oh, hasn't been a great game to watch, Matty Mosley.
no. We're the red footies.
Wow.
Because they can't kick a yellow footy at the moment.
So with a boundary throw in, 30 metres around from the Rosedale goal. Oh, here he goes again.
It was there.
Was it?
Yeah. In the ruck.
Just like letting them play.
Yeah.
Like just too many whistles in this game so far for my liking.
Yeah.
Braun's, no. In fact,
The other ruckman.
Fleming goes across to Sinclair. Short again. Go to the outer wing.
Oh.
Free kick out of side, Rosedale. Centre wing position. Oh, it's on.
Bit of a scuffle.
So, the umpire's just told the Rosedale player to play on.
Yeah, get on with it.
So they go short and find McDonald. Goes inside 50. Finds Heathcote. He's right on 50. Off 2 steps. At the
Oh,
back.
yes, well done.
Got his hands on it the second time. Was it Attlee?
Yep, the captain.
So Riley Attlee will kick their third here. 5 metres out directly in front. Have to fall over to miss. But from what I've seen so far tonight,
Anything can happen.
that could happen. So Riley Attlee comes in for his first. The captain, not a problem. So,
Look, if I'm Driscoll, I'm much more happier. They're showing a bit of fight.
yeah,
There's a little bit of anger. And they're hitting the scoreboard now.
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, a little bit of urgency now.
More respect on the scoreboard.
Yeah, because they were arguably one of the worst quarters we've seen for a long time
It
from
was.
a side.
Certainly was. So back in the middle. 11 and a half gone. TTU 8-4-52. Rosedale 3 straight 18. That's on your Finch Cafe scoreboard. Harper Fox wins that from Fleming. Willetton does the crumbing. Feeds the handball off. They go to the outer side. Looking for Will Curtin. Gets out over his head.
Oh, the run.
Really good footy. Ends
Oh.
up in the hands of Shields, who's on his left foot. Comes off the hands of the pack. Gee, it's all Bombers though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks like Nielsen again. Snaps it round his body. Pulled a free kick, but he got the goal anyway.
Yep.
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 And it was Nielsen. So, just they got a few goals there, Rosedale, but now they've come back. The Bombers 9-4-58. Lead Rosedale 3 straight 18. 40-point leaders, 12 and a half gone. Second quarter Finch Cafe scoreboard.
Yeah, well, Rosedale are starting to go. I think they're going man on man with a tight in the centre square, centre circle with the ball ups here. They're all really locking on. They don't want any easy get outs out of the centre circle here.
Stacks on the mill. Quick kick out from Jacobson in the end. He's carried some distance off a step.
Yeah.
He's looking for Nielsen, who falls over, allows Smith to pick it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's in trouble
He's
here.
in big
Great
trouble.
tackle. And that was Josh Twight.
Just didn't know where to go.
Yeah, really good tackle. Now he's in trouble. Feeds it back to Nielsen and comes off his hands. And just cue the Benny Hill music, please. With a boundary throw in right forward pocket for the Bombers.
It's been a funny game.
It has. Ooh, Hands in the back, not paid. Brawns snaps it. Here's Nelson again. Not 15. Play on, umpire's called. As his kick smothered, trickles out over the boundary line. So 40-point leaders, 14 in, second quarter for the Bombers. Bouncing ball, gets out over the back. Here's Brown. Feeds it back. Finds his teammate in Liam Mitchie. Short ball in the middle. Aliotta on the left foot. Goes backwards to Sinclair. No, Liam Mitchie, is it?
No. Yeah, it's Sinclair.
It's Sinclair.
Yep.
It's very, very dark. We normally say this on a Saturday when it's cloudy and grey, and it does get lighter. Well, guess what? This is not going to get lighter. There's Jacobson, that's James, short. Will Curtin. Again, short. Looked for his brother Sam, couldn't take the mark. Bouncing ball towards the left forward pocket. And again, we'll have a boundary throw in. Don't forget the halftime show. Thanks to BP Terrelgan East, we'll be talking to Mick Driscoll. That interview was pre-taped earlier today. Coach of Rosedale. And I did ask him a question because it was halftime. And I didn't expect him to be 6.5 goals down, mind you. So it'll be interesting. Well, they've come back from 6 goals.
They've done it before.
Done it before in
But
a quarter.
I don't think they've done it against this type of opposition, no.
Sastrom, he's been good
Yep.
for the Blues. Finds McDonald, feeds it off back to Sastrom in a 1-2.
Much better build-up.
It is.
Yep.
Over the top. Good one-handed. Dragged that in beautifully in the
Oh.
end. Did Bergen, but the kick
Terrible.
is not good. So boundary throw in, just outside 50 for Rosedale. Fed out the back, McDonald on the right foot. Gets to the front of the pack. Read that well, James Jacobson at the front. Fed it over to Kilgour, back to Brown. Oh, he was going up the line looking for Liam Mitchie. It's got a little bit in this
Yeah, a little bit of fire.
this game. They go back, as I said, I reckon he's just about their best player, Safstrom.
Yep.
Wheels around on the left foot. Just punched back by Kilgour, as he does.
I reckon he's had more punches over the boundary line or the defence than kicks all day.
It's their first blemish, the Blues, 3-1-19. They trail TTU 9-4-58. Nearly 17.5 gone. Guy Sinclair.
It's on in the middle of the ground here too, Brad.
Oh, gee.
A bit of feeling about it.
There's been a lot going off.
Off the ball.
Yeah, there has little
Little spot fires,
spot
yeah.
fires going
Yeah.
on everywhere, yeah. Here we go with a whistle again. This is dramatic. So 50-metre penalty to Liam Mitchie. It's a good 50 too.
Yep.
So they go. Mick Jacobson on his non-preferred right. Doesn't really matter with him. Efficient with both. Got a stoppage inside the 50.
Just wondering if it's the tagging rail getting under the skin because those two boys who ran out of there, Jacobson and McConnell there, out of that little spot fire.
There's definitely someone in the crowd with a whistle because the play stopped and a whistle went again.
Yep.
Again, we'll get a restart. Nearly into time on. The BP Traralgon East halftime show coming up shortly. This Anzac Day clash here at Tyres. Round 3 of AGL Loyang North Gippy footy. Hurry kick around the corner from Curtin. Going to mop this up though, the Blues. Oh, he's turned that over. It's straight down the throat of Liam Mitchie.
He wants the goals too. He was pointing the finger.
Going to take a great kick from there.
He's a backman. I think he's forgotten.
So they've only put the 2 on. They've been outscored in this quarter, and that's all a
That's
coach
a great
can
response.
want.
That's a great response. That's all you can ask for your team.
Mitchie comes in from the boundary line, 35 metres out with a staggered approach. He's going to miss that to the right. And, you know, a coach would probably say at quarter time, just let's win a quarter.
Just chip away.
Yeah. Well, they've done that at the moment. Kicked the 3-1 to 2-1. Short.
Oh,
Jeez, it's just got there if it did to
I don't think it did.
Atlee now. It's going to just get
And that's a
the
good
touch.
result.
It is.
There was 3 of them from TTU just lining up.
So the boundary throw in. Atlee, Willison, all on his own here at the stoppage. And here he is, he's going to end up with it. So he receives it from
and look
Mitchie.
at that.
Just went through the hands of Twite. Now Heathcote, short. Bergen. Oh,
The pressure of Hayden Willerton was absolutely sensational, and I hope that his coach looks back at this and shows that to his teammates, because that was absolutely brilliant.
it was just effort after effort, wasn't it? So boundary throw in. We're into time on. Second quarter. Fox feeds it out to Safstrom. Coach Brown for TTU takes a defensive mark. Wants the outer flank. Oh, well done. Punched away. The numbers there, though, for TTU. They go to Liam Mitchie in the centre, and he's away. Over the top. Aliotta on the left foot towards the boundary outer side. Still a chance here. They have Nielsen square if they want him. They go to him, punched away from him. Safstrom, handball off. High ball in towards the middle of the ground. Fox, that's Spencer holding the front spot, gets to the front of him.
Oh.
Big tackle from Quinn Sinclair. I just reckon if you pay the advantage
You got to go run with it.
and they muck up, bad luck.
That's on you.
50 metres to Quinn Sinclair, which wasn't good in the end because the mark was marked by Mitchie, Caleb Mitchie, only 12 metres out.
Yeah.
But still, he shouldn't miss the next one. There's a bit of spite in this.
Yeah, I think Rosedale just purely frustrated.
So it ends up in the hands of Nielsen. He gets the shot, pulls rank as captain. I thought it was 50, but they've ended up playing it downfield.
Was it downfield or was that umpire again calling something off the ball again?
Might have been. So they get their 10th, and Nielsen gets his second. They go to 10-5, 65, TTU. Rosedale 3-1-19, 23 minutes gone, second quarter. Finch Cafe scoreboard.
Interesting game of footy.
It is, and you just sense these players getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yep.
There's, as you said, spot fires.
There's there's tagging
Everywhere.
rolls going on and getting under each other's skin.
So ball back in the middle. Wouldn't be a lot left in this quarter. Although there has been 6 goals kicked. 7 in the first quarter as Harper Fox gets the handball out. Sam Curtin lays the tackle. Oh, he's paid holding the ball or incorrect disposal against Riley Atlee. I didn't know if he had prior. I thought he was grabbed straight away. But anyway. Sam Curtin.
Been good.
Oh, that's a beautiful kick. He has been very good, hasn't he? And crumbing by Nielsen again, but screwed that too far around the body, and it stays in. They want to rush that, and they do. So this quarter, they now go to a point in front. 3-2 to 3-1 for the quarter. So they won't win the quarter, or they still might. So they go short. So wind picks up here, which usually is a good thing because it keeps the rain away.
Yep. So we've been told from the farmers.
That's what they tell us.
Wind drops off, the rain's coming.
High ball looking for Spencer Fox. Comes from behind and fists the ball out over the boundary line. A boundary throw in. 66 plays 19. Nearly 25 minutes gone, second quarter. The AGL Loyang. North Gippsland match of the round thanks to Hurricane Hire. Back into play. Harper Fox wins that. Ends up in the hands of Aliotta. Feeds it off over the top. Atley lays the tackle. On the outside to Seagon. Has a flying shot at goal. Misses everything. Taking his time to bring this ball back into play.
You can look at his face, he just doesn't know where to go.
No. Oh, no.
And there you go.
Straight to Willerton. Lucky it didn't make it to him and it bounced short of him. But there's still a chance to score here, the Bombers. Quick hands off, gets the 1-2, Shields. Onto his left foot. Oh, through the hands again of a Rosedale player. Sastrom feeds it out. Umpire pulls a free kick downfield.
Not a lot in it.
So the free kick downfield will go to Hayden Berry. Feeds it off to Sastrom. Spencer Fox. Oh, TTU, Sinclair gives it off to Curtin. Probably nearly the best player on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, he's turned that over. The kicking has been ordinary. Crumb by Sallings. Gets it around the body. Is that a front-on contact to Rowley? No, says the umpire. Allowed to play on. It's a nice little chip kick from Hourigan. Long up the wing. Missed the target. Willerton couldn't collect the handball. It was handball behind him. He had to go back to grab it, which made it difficult. High free kick. TTU will take it. Out of wing position. 27 minutes gone. Goddard, he might get 50 here. No. He has? No, he hasn't. So Goddard, out of side. Will Curtin. Left foot. Feeds it off. They're able to get out of trouble temporarily here, Rosedale. Oh, gets out over the back, Luxor Fortune. They're away through runners. Oh, then tackle went back half time. So, half time in a topsy-turvy type game at the moment. It's good for 2 minutes and then bad for 5.
Yeah.
Sees a little bit of a comeback from Rosedale. And TTU half time 10-6-66. Rosedale 3-1-19. We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the short break, we have got the halftime show thanks to BP Traralgon East, and we catch up with the Rosedale coach Mick Driscoll.
BP Traralgon East, day or night from few to a feast. BP Traralgon East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP Traralgon East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to Traralgon Ties United. We're at half time in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Round 3 Anzac Day game. Thanks to Hurricane Hire, it is TTU 10-6-66 to Rosedale 3-1-19. We know that Mick Driscoll wasn't real happy at quarter time, and it'll be interesting what's going on in the rooms right now. But what I can tell you, I caught up with him this morning and had a bit of a chat, and this is how it went. And good luck tonight.
Yeah, tough. Thanks, Brad. I really appreciate having me on.
Hey, how have you found the new role in these early stages at Rosedale?
I've been nothing but happy. Absolutely love the club, the community, and the people, and had all the support a young coach could ask for, I suppose.
So, what was the connection to Rosedale? How did you get there? Because I've done a little bit of research on your history, and I'm trying to rack my brain. How did you end up at Rosedale?
Yeah, a little bit of a long story. So, I played up in Darwin actually for 6 months at Palmerston Footy Club, and there was a couple of the Rosedale boys that played up there. So that's where the connection originated from.
There's a few of the boys that get. Like, there's Jamie Yule from Phillip Island. He gets up there. I think Cam Pedersen's been up there at some stage too, with
Yeah,
Palmerston.
yep. So I played with Yuli up there the year I was up. I only did the one season up there. And Yuli, he was flying up and playing for us that year. So I met him and had a bit of a chat with him as well. And then, yeah, can't say I've met Cam Patterson, though.
It's fantastic. So you also had some time as an academy player with the Giants.
That's probably our equivalent of, I suppose, Gippy Power type thing. There's a lot of kids that make their way through the Giants Academy, and yeah, spend a bit of time with them.
So you've come into the competition with a really good resume. How have you found the North Gippsland League?
I've only had the 2 games so far, and it's a lot to take. It's obviously country footy. It's country footy at its best. There's big crowds, big supporters, and all that sort of things that we love and expect from country footy. And the brand of football, there's some good players running around in it. Yeah, for sure.
Now, we'll go back to round one, 6 goals down at three-quarter time against Glengarry. You come back and draw. Was there mixed emotions after that game? Like, did you feel like you got out of jail, or did you think, geez, I'm happy to get the 2 points here?
Yeah, certainly probably a little bit of relief initially. But truth be told, just a bit disappointed sort of with the way the boys went about it. We spent a full pre-season working towards something, and I suppose credit to Glengarry, they came out all guns a blazing, and there was a little bit of pressure on us, and I suppose the boys just reverted back to some old ways, and sort of went away from what we'd learnt and we'd put into practice. So it was, yeah, probably as you're right, probably lucky to escape with the 2 points in the end, really.
So you then meet the reigning premier, Woodside, in round 2 at home. You were right in that to half time, but went down by 27 points in the end. Today, you're meeting the runners-up from 2024, TTU. So you should get a good gauge on how you're really going early on in the year, I would say.
Yeah, within reason. Obviously, I suppose the middle pack, from what I can understand from my understanding of North Gippy, the middle pack's going to be sort of where things will sort of settle out, and we won't get too much a gauge of that until we verse a few of those sides. Credit to TTU and to Woodside. Woodside obviously won last year, and TTU have been powerhouse of the competition for the last few years. So look, it's good for us and for myself personally to have a look, here's the standard we're trying to achieve. And we know that's where we've got to get to in the next couple of years' time.
The form of Harper and Sam Fox has been good early for you guys. Is there anyone else that's impressed you so far at Rosedale?
Look, I've been impressed with a lot of our list. We're a very, very young side. Obviously, young Harper, he's very, very athletic, very athletic. So he's quite versatile for us. He started down back against Glengarry, and now he's been playing in the ruck, and he'll play in the ruck today against TTU. And brother Spencer, he's one of our keys up forward, and he's always looking dangerous. And I'm sure he cops a bit of attention from other sides. Yeah.
So I see Spencer and Harper have both been sort of goal kickers for you in this early stages, and I mean we're only into round 3 now. They've got some good backs at TTU that are in some sort of form, even though they've only played the one game. Zach Kilgour looked really good against Woodside. Guy Sinclair, their coach, Jack Brown's pretty solid as well. So you probably want some avenues towards goal.
Yeah, well, look, I suppose the big thing with this young group is, probably for the next 12 months, the scoreboard's somewhat irrelevant to us. We just want to start playing a good process and a good brand of football, and regardless of who we're coming up against, whether it's someone we've never heard of before or Gary Ablett Jr., we're just playing the same process and getting these boys to wrap their head around a new way of playing footy for them.
Great attitude to have, mate, and it can only go well for that young list. Thanks very much for joining us today. All the very best tonight. I know we'll be playing this at half-time, so it's half-time right now, and we'll know where you're at right now. But what we do know, it doesn't matter how far you're down, you're flying home every time.
Yeah, well, with a bit of luck, we continue that. Yeah, tough. Thanks, Brad.
And fly home they'll need to do, Matty. They're 47 points down at half-time, and it's like I knew what was going to happen.
As the storyline? You knew the storyline?
No, I didn't know that. But they have flown home before.
They have.
So they're going to have to, and it was a similar margin to this, just quietly. 47 points down. They were 46 down at quarter time. So they only lost the quarter by a point.
Yep. So there was improvement. They've got to look at the positives.
There was improvement. I'll go through the goal kickers. For TTU, 3 to Riley Denovan, the young fella. Very, very good. 2 to Nielsen and Will Curtin, and singles to Savage and Twite. And for the Rosedale side, it's 2 goals to Spencer Fox and 1 to the captain, Riley Atley. And Matty Mosley, you can take us through some better players for both teams.
And you've given me a really hard job this week, especially on the Rosedale side, because they've really struggled in this first half, and I think they know that. So I'm not going to be really hard on them, but there's not a lot of great players at the moment. But one player that I have liked is Spencer Fox, the way he's led up. His kicking's been really good so far. So that's sort of the I can give you for Rosedale at the moment, because it's been, let's be honest, it's been a poor first half.
What about Safstrom? He's been all right.
He's been okay, but look what he's up against, the Hayden Willertons and stuff like that. There's just a lot of improvement to go. But
I haven't minded Lockie McDonald.
You liked him?
The tall midfielder. I haven't minded him. They're both Fox boys.
Yeah.
They've been okay, but geez, it gets thin after that.
Yeah, there's not a lot. And that's just been friendly.
Yeah. What about TTU?
Well, it's the midfield for me. I think Hayden Willerton, he is the engine room of that team.
He's going to get the Crown Hotel Player of the Day again, can he? Is he allowed to?
Well, he might.
I spoke to his dad, and his dad told me, Bernie Willerton told me that Hayden spends a bit of time at the Crown Hotel, so it could be a good award to win.
Well, it is a good award to win. But he gets it going, and when you've got the outside players of Jacobson,
yep,
you know, it makes it so much easier. But I've really liked Jai Nelson leading up. He really straightens them up big time.
Yeah.
And I've really liked, what's his name? Sam Curtin, not the brother I'm thinking of. But Sam, he had a really, really good first half as well.
Yeah, I've liked both Curtin boys. I think they do a fair bit. And I like the little fella Twitey. He just does some really smart things at times.
Yeah.
He's got a hard body, and the Sinclair brothers up back, and Brown.
You can go on.
Yeah, Kilgour. Jeez, they're a hard side.
Yeah, they're a good side. And let's be real, we know where Rosedale are at. You know, they've got a lot of improvement to do. It's a 3-year for them. They know what they've got to do. Yeah. So, you know, you just got to ride the wave.
That's right. And that's exactly, that interview that we just had with Mick Driscoll. He knows what it's all about, and he knows what you need to do. As we see the umpires and Rosedale come back out onto the ground. Now, right now, this is going to be a hard one. Who do you reckon the clubhouse leader is for the Electel Mark of the Day?
That's a very, very good question. That's very slim pickings at the moment. I don't know if it's our eyesight.
I could pick out the drop mark of the day. There's been a few of them.
There's been a few of them. It's still a work in progress.
I'm going to go with Riley Denovan at the moment.
Okay.
I thought his was pretty good. So this might be the one, is it? No?
Was it Jai?
Oh, that was quick.
It was Jai Nelson, I'm pretty sure that one. But that was
Nielsen.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Thought he had white shorts on. What about...
A little bit of lightning there in the background.
Oh no. What about the Evans Petroleum goal of the day? There's been a couple of good goals.
Yeah, there was one in the first quarter there. Do we have that? No, we don't have it on camera. We'll try and get it up a bit later on.
There's been a couple of good goals. Again, I like Riley Denovan.
Yeah.
Now, do you know... Oh, of course you know, because you're the one that told me. Every week, the player that's won the mark of the day has won the goal of the day.
First 3 weeks. So who do we have? Round 1, we had Brawns.
And then we did 2 round 2 games.
That's right. So in
the coach for Churchill.
Yeah, Joey Wykes. And then we had last week was Josh Swift.
Unbelievable. Where they win the goal and the mark.
That is rare.
It is. And the voting, we're doing the same players every week.
Just different ways.
In a different way. And I can tell everyone watching and listening we do it without seeing each other's votes.
And then we look at each other and go, "You're joking."
But I will tell you that's not going to happen.
I think it's
tonight.
going to be very different.
It's going to be very difficult, very difficult to pick the best players tonight in a 3-2-1 and get them the same. The other thing that we better talk about, I suppose, quickly, because the players are back out on the ground, just going through some stretches, is other games tomorrow that we want to make sure everyone, it is a big round of footy in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League tomorrow. And you've got Hayfield at home to Yallourn North. What a ripper.
Yeah, that's the one we're looking forward to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cowar take on Sale City. I'll get out to both of them.
Yep.
Glengarry at home to Churchill. Woodside at home to Yarram. I nearly said Yarrigan again. Yarram and Gormandale have the bye.
There's a lot of good games in there.
There is.
All at different ladder lengths, but yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Looking forward to a couple of games tomorrow as you see the umpires in the middle of the ground there on what can only be described as a very, very dark ground, this one, which is a shame. But Collingwood got up, didn't they? Yes, Collingwood got up over Essendon. So, just checking some messages. Where's that? I'm checking messages, hoping people are sending me through, obviously not scores, but things that they might want to talk about.
Yep.
Got some spam about life insurance. Please, I'm 61. I haven't got that long to go. I'm trying to force the issue.
It's telling you something, I think.
That's unbelievable. Give me a break. Yeah, unbelievable. It's they don't muck around. They don't stop. So players are getting into position. We're nearly ready to get underway. It's 47-point lead. That was your BP Terrelgan East halftime show where we caught up with Rosedale coach Mick Driscoll. And they hold a 47-point lead here. And there's some work for the Rosedale side to do as Harper Fox will start up against Brawns. Goes early, Harper Fox. They both miss it where it lands on the ground. Oh, that's got to be in the back. No. So we're going to ball up. Still in the middle of the ground here. Fox from behind wins that. We're going to get a restart here. It's going to... We need this to clean up here. That's good. Fox gets the big fist. Jacobson does the sharking. Right foot kick.
Oh, Willerton.
Does really well. Just the only one that really wanted that.
Yeah.
Goes towards Nielsen. Driscoll does well. Then he gets a bad bounce. He goes in after it again. Fed out. Kick up the line for the Blues. Oh, he's out, and he's the only one that wanted it there.
Yeah, they just looked at each other.
It was Will Logan. Hasn't got much to go to now, though. The next kick. So, it's all Brown. Has it punched away from him? There's 4 Bombers around that, but the one Blue did quite well.
Yep.
And that was Heathcote. So Fox. Sastrom, he's tackled by Sam Curtin. We'll get a restart again. So there's still lightning around, Matty Mosley tells me, as Jacobson on the left foot. It's going to go out of bounds on the full there, right in front of...
Which will make that interesting. Will they stop the game if it...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. And that's all we want. Stop and made us wait for more. So Sastrom has it, centre wing position. Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground. He burns his coach that runs past
And turns it over to the other coach.
Puts it straight down the other coach's throat. That's the wrong coach. Wow, Blake Sastrom won't be popular boy. Sam Curtin, my best on ground at the moment. He'd be leading the Crown Hotel Player of the Day, him and Willerton. Goes inside 50, but it's going to roll out over the boundary line.
There's the radar on the screen.
Oh, there you go.
So it is coming.
There's a fair bit around, isn't there?
Yeah.
We need it to be over before 9 o'clock so we can escape.
Yep.
So, boundary throw in, right, just inside the 50 for TTU. Sastrom's gone to Sam Curtin now. High free kick against Rosedale. He's not happy. It's going to go to Nielsen. So the way I've seen him kick it before, I don't reckon he'd have a problem with the distance here.
No.
Jai Nielsen. He sits it up high, drags just to the teeth of goal. Snap round the body. Fed off from Barnett. They kick it inside the centre square looking for Spencer Fox. It gets through him. Kilgour. Feeds it out over the head. See a lot of that these days. Handball over the head. Usually hits the mark. Willerton. Oh, it's very hard to tackle. That is very thick lightning.
Yeah.
As Willerton gets a 1-2. Stuckey. Up towards the wing. Tapped away by Wright. He could get this again, right? He does on his knees and feeds it back, but it's now Aliotta. Feeds it off to Curtin. Gets his own handball, then gives it to Willerton. In towards Seagon. Fox knocks him off the ball, but he takes it with him. Now the Thunder matching that lightning. Umpire's pulled a free kick. It'll go to Rosedale in the middle of the ground.
If it does thunder and lightning, Brad, who makes that call? The umpires, or the league? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the umpires will make that call as Declan Barnett goes to the outer side, finds a teammate. Short ball. Oh no, turned it over again. Easy mop up here for the Bombers. They find Will Curtin in the centre of the ground. Gets around his opponent onto the left foot. Denovan gets it on the bounce. Gets around one, feeds it off. Back to Will Curtin. Handball wasn't great, so he wasn't able to collect it. So no one can cleanly take this, nor do they want to by the looks of it. So Barnett handballs on the outside. They go up the line now. Traps it well in the end as Hourigan. Feeds it back to Brawns. Gets a 1-2 Hourigan. Oh, beautiful kick into the middle to Willerton. Good hands too to Jacobson. Up towards centre half, forward to Goddard. Lowers his eyes to Denovan. Play of the day.
Yep.
Good football. Transition all the way back from Trent Hourigan.
And we did see that in round one against Woodside. If you give them that opportunity, they will punish you.
So in the dark of the night, he's fed that off to the outer side, and I didn't see it even happen. Oh, that is getting very loud. And this, if that lightning gets any bigger or thicker,
And it's getting bigger by the minute.
there's a big chance this could be called.
He's missed.
It's to the left. So this game's picked up where it left off. 6 and nearly 7 minutes gone. There's only been a behind added. So Driscoll, he hasn't got a lot to go to, and
Nah.
and he just had he didn't have anyone, so he had to take his time. In the end, Seagon feeds it back. Spencer Fox tackled, gets his handball away. Taking it to the boundary was Sellings. That's his own roving. Does Fox. Comes out to Bergen, who feeds it back to Atley. He turns it over to Kilgour.
Jeez.
And I don't mind it when the lightning happens because I can actually see the players. So
But it is getting worse.
it is Savage out of side. Finds Mick Jacobson. Jacobson now up towards half forward. Oh, Nielsen was pushed underneath it by Stuckey, not paid. Takes the mark. There's nowhere to go. This has happened so often. So there's players not presenting. So he just kicks in hope, and it's all Bombers. Jacobson sends them back in.
Lovely
Seagon takes the mark inside 50. I reckon it was meant for his captain in Jai Nielsen. And Seagon just chopped across the front. And he'll have a shot. You have to kick that all of 50.
Yep.
Josh Seagon.
Couple of spits of rain.
Yeah, it's our cameraman Mick Robinson is just about to get swept away to Wilson's Promontory. So Seagon from 50. Has it stayed its course, or has it gone left? It's gone left.
It was a beautiful kick.
Here comes the rain. Brown, centre wing position, right in front of the Sports Stream Live commentary box. Goes towards Shields on the left foot. Nice kick. So they get another go at it here, the Bombers. And if it wasn't hard to see out there now, it's nearly impossible with that rain. And Brawns is going to have an opportunity to kick his first for the night. Fraser Brawns. Have to kick it 45, slide angle. We're right behind this. And he's going to miss to the left as well.
Yep.
.50 leaders, 10 minutes gone into the third quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. The Hurricane Hire match of the round in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League. Driscoll goes to that low kick again. Nice kick to Harper Fox. Umpire calls him to play on. Long ball out of side. Off the hands of the pack. A lot of Bombers around it. They're able to feed it back to go forward. Bouncing ball up towards half forward. That rain's getting very heavy.
Very heavy.
Now. Fed out by Savage. It's if it wasn't hard enough to pick up earlier, near impossible for the players now.
Yeah.
We'll have a bounce down.
Yes, it'd be very slippery right about now, that yellow footy.
So my laptop is just getting drowned at the moment. Yes, they come in to the centre of the ground out of Driscoll. Out towards the half-forward flank. Wow.
It is teeming down.
It is very heavy rain now.
It looks wet on the screen, but it's actually heavier than it,
It is.
than it looks.
It looks a hell of a lot lighter on your screen too, I
Yeah.
can tell you. So Spencer Fox, ruck duties there with Fleming. Quick kick forward by Lockie McDonald. I think that's Brawns. Goes to the outer side. Just needs it to sit here, the Bombers. It does in the end. Handballs. The handball game should go right out of play right now. Wow, this is heavy rain.
Yeah.
There's whistles going on. Oh, the
Ooh.
lightning.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
this
that's not
has got to be
safe.
close. They've got to be close to halting this. And yeah, they are.
Yeah, great call.
A very good call.
Yeah.
I think it's got to dissipate in 15 minutes. I think the rule is.
Right.
If it doesn't, they've got 15 minutes break. Correct me if I'm wrong. I reckon that might be the rule. We'll spend some time looking at it because it looks like we're going to have a bit of time.
Yeah.
But they are going to be called off
Yeah.
off the ground at the moment. They'll call the players into the middle and then they'll go into the rooms. And
Yeah, as soon as that lightning cracked, then
Yeah.
it was a correct decision.
it is the correct decision. There's no doubt about it. Hey, we might take a quick break, and what we might do is run some ads, have a break. We'll try to find out what is going to go on here because,
Might be worth talking to Martha.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, Brendan Garrett's here, the
Yep.
vice president.
Yep.
So he'll be right on top of it. He'll be pulling out the rule book right now, but I'm pretty sure it's either 15 minutes or half an hour
Oh,
that
wow.
you've got, and it's got to dissipate. And if it doesn't,
Yep.
the game can be called off because it's after half time. The game would be rewarded to the person the team that's in front.
Yep.
Before half time, it's called a draw. So we'll take a quick break. We'll run some ads, and we'll be back here very shortly to let you know what's happening.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to TTU. I can tell you that it is 10-9 to 3-1, and I think it was around the 15-minute mark. So it's not three-quarter time. We're short of three-quarter time. The clock's still running on the scoreboard here. So what I can tell you, if you're watching from home or the pub or anywhere, that it is 20 minutes from the last lightning strike before they look at coming back out on the ground. So if there was to be another lightning strike now, it would be another 20 minutes. So there has been another lightning strike since they went off the ground, and we counted that at 8:11, and it is now 8:14. So in my math says there's still another 17 minutes. That is if there isn't another lightning strike. So every time there is a lightning strike...
Does it become a point, let's say there's been 5 and there's like, that's too many?
I'm of the belief it's 3.
Okay,
Brendan,
so we're nearly there already.
Brendan Garrett, the Vice President, is looking into that now on what that is. I was of the opinion that it was 3 and then they will call it off.
Yep. That's a standard rule, AFL rule.
Yeah,
Yep.
that I'm aware of. I remember this happening in the AFL.
Yes, at West Coast, I think, a few years ago.
I can't remember where it was, but I do remember it happening. And it happened in cricket just recently too.
Okay.
And I think it's a similar ruling, this 20-minute. I thought it was 15. I think I might have even said on air it was 15, but apparently it's 20. And I think that's a common rule amongst sport.
Okay.
So
it's pretty clear.
it is.
Yeah.
And to the quick thinking umpire that blew his whistle or
That was
her
a good
whistle
call.
and called it off
straight away.
Yeah, was very good because it is dangerous. And so what we'll do, we'll keep this holding screen up. There's no use us sitting here and talking crap through the entire time because we'll only bore you. Just keep your eyes open on your screen and we'll keep you up to date. If you're in the ground listening on 107 FM, that's the ruling. So we will come back on and let everyone know, which is handy because it can. If you're tuning in, it's easy for this to be said and everyone knows.
All on the same page.
Exactly, as opposed to sitting in your car waiting to see what's going to happen. So we'll come back to you possibly in 5 to 10 minutes. What I will tell you, if you see another lightning strike, count another 20 minutes.
Yep.
And I would imagine the game could nearly be over. So we could be getting away from here late or we could be getting away from here early. We're not too sure yet. So we'll keep you in the loop of what's going on. So if you're still there, what we're going to do is just run a highlight reel of the game thus far, and we will keep you posted on the Lightning and what's going on if we're coming back on. So you'll just see a bit of a highlight package of the game thus far. Welcome back to TTU. A very, very, very wet. There's the full-time siren. I can tell you that the game has been called. So TTU will get the 4 points because it's after half time.
Yep.
It was 13 minutes 50 into the third quarter. And they've run out winners in the end by 50 points. 10-9-69 to Rosedale 3-1-19. So I've never called a game. Have you ever been at a game that's finished like this, Matt?
Never. And it's been a bizarre night.
It has. I'm just going to jot down the time there. 13:51, third quarter. And Rosedale have ended up 3-1-19. So they will get the 4 points. TTU. So they'll get the 4 points, and it is game over. Dangerous in the 20 minutes. So it's,
Then it does. Then the players cool down.
oh, that's right. Yeah,
You get injuries,
That's
soft
right.
tissues, and stuff like that.
yeah, and you don't flirt with Mother Nature, my good friend Matty. You
No.
don't muck around with them. You just wear the brunt of it. So we'll just quickly go through the goal kickers, some better players, and wrap this up. There won't be a Crown Hotel player of the day. We won't go through the Evans Petroleum goal of the day or the Electel mark of the day because the game actually really wasn't played in its entirety. So we'll just do a quick post game and let that be it. So goal kickers for TTU: 3 to Denovan, 2 to Nielsen, 2 to Will Curtin, and singles to Twite, Caleb Mitchie, and Savage. And for the Rosedale side, 2 to Spencer Fox and 1 to Riley Atley. You can give me your better players for. I'll tell you what. I'll let you off the hook. Give me your better players for TTU.
You're so nice. You're so nice. Well, I really liked Sam Curtin. He was playing really well, but my best player was probably Hayden Willerton. He had a super half a footy.
So you give him 3.
I would give Hayden 3. Yeah, I would give Sam Curtin 2. But then I'll go the forward. I really liked with Nielsen. He was really good the way he led up.
Yeah, he's big difference, wasn't he?
Yeah, straightens him up.
Yeah, he led well.
Who have you got for Rosedale?
For Rosedale,
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go for Rosedale, Blake Safstrom.
Yep.
I'm going to give him their best player, the 3 votes. I'm going to give 2 to Riley Atley.
Yep.
And I'm going to give 1 to Harper Fox.
Yep.
And that's apologies to Spencer Fox, who kicked 2.
Yep.
So now got you off the hook there. I've looked after you there, big fella.
Well, it's a tough gig with the Rosedale one tonight.
It's a tough game.
They had a tough first quarter there, but they did respond in that second quarter.
Spot on. It was just their first quarter where TTU kicked 7-4 and Rosedale didn't score.
Yeah.
So they led by 46 at quarter time. They led by 47 at half time. They've ended up winning by 50 points.
Yep.
So that's only a 4-point additive to quarter time.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. Their first quarter
Yep.
killed them. But it has been called off the game due to lightning and the danger of the players. So the players' safety and welfare always has to be paramount and the number one thing. So the game has been called off where TTU run out 50-point winners 10-9-69 to Rosedale 3-1-19. Before we wrap up, don't forget the other games tomorrow. We'll be out a couple of them. Won't be streaming, of course. And to our cameraman, Mick Robinson, I don't know if you've still got the headphones on and you're listening to this, but stay safe. Enjoy that canoe ride home. And we've got to get a roof on the trailer for you for the filming trailer. You're 1 in a million, mate. You've had a hard gig, and his daughter Emily's been over there doing the netball and the wet too, and the lightning, and it's been probably the most bizarre night
Very
of
weird.
football. That's the word.
It's just weird.
and eerie. And,
Yeah.
to Stefan Gregory on the buttons, thanks to you for a very hard job tonight, that's for sure. We had technical problems that people don't even know about,
No.
but Stefan was on top of them before they even happened.
Yep.
So we're happy with that. Great job by you, Stefan. And Matty, a good job for nearly 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Nearly 3 quarters.
Nearly.
We get an early night.
Wow.
What are you, stopping at Macca's on the way home, are you?
No, I've got nice lasagna waiting for me at the way home.
Oh, have you?
I do, so I'm all right.
Our netball camera woman there, Emily Robinson, just shaking, nodding her head at
She's all for
McDonald's.
Macca's. Quarter pound on the way
I'm
home.
in the big bus. You can't go through the
No.
drive-thru. I'm not getting out of this bloody thing in this
No,
weather.
you're just going to have to get home.
I'll get home. I've got a sandwich actually in here. I might even munch on that. But I digress. 10-9-69. TTU run out 50-point winners to Rosedale 3-1-19. Also got to thank Brendan Garrett, who was over in the rooms keeping us in the loop on the phone with the rulings and what was going on. So enjoy the rest of your weekend of AGL Loyang North Gippsland football. To all our sponsors, thanks very much. The post-game show didn't get done for Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue, but that was the post-game show for Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue. Don't forget, jump online, lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au for the biggest ever Blokes Barbecue being held on June 20th at the Kernot Hall in Morwell. Grab your tickets today. And all our other friends, it was the match of the round thanks to Hurricane Hire, our scoreboard sponsor, Finch Cafe. Crown Hotel Player of the Day didn't get named. The Goal of the Day for Evans Petroleum and the Mark of the Day for Electel didn't get named as well. And the halftime show, thanks to Mick Driscoll for that interview, and thanks to our sponsor of the halftime show, BP Terrelgan East. This is Brad Sinclair on behalf of Matt Mosley, Stephen Gregory, Emily Robinson today, and Mick Robinson, and the whole Sports Stream Live. I'm going to get through it. Sports Stream Live team. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and enjoy the footy. Go Blues.
BP Terrelgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP Terrelgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP Terrelgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.